First thing, leave early morning, heat on the way, and reach the destination whenever you plan for trips. Welcome to the Coorg trip. This is from Chennai to Coorg, and we traveled in a car, Tata car. It's a great feel traveling to this place, so sharing the place that we visited. We actually stayed in two different places, resort as there was no availability. So this is the first resort where we stayed in. Kingmaker's plantation with the river stream. It is in the center of the estate. It feels like an off-road for few, maybe 2 or 3 kilometers. A very good place, and there's no steep roads here. This is how the room looks like, decent for two, and it's well lit in the day. And during the early morning and then late night, you can expect a fog, and it's quite dangerous as well. There was We've been restrained in the room for a complete day because there were the tiger passed by just 2 days before, so there were some formalities which was running by the local authority to catch the tiger. So we didn't get any opportunity to go around the estate. Anyhow, we stood in the room for almost throughout the day, and we did went out for a few sightseeing in the Coorg. It's a beautiful place, but we've been on summer. It's a big no. Never plan to Coorg in the summer. Try to plan between June to towards an year, and the best time to visit the place. We did suffer a lot being here on the summer. We thought that this Coorg would be this bad on the summer, and it was as hot as Chennai. So we really suffered being here. And this place do offer multiple features, facilities, indoor games and all. And the plus point here is the food is good. That you get multiple combos here, South Indian, North Indian. Based on your preferences, you can generally enjoy being here out here in the site itself. The car parking, they have an ample amount of good car parking, but it's quite steep, and ensure that you have the good experience in parking the vehicle. So as it's a hill station, you had to be cautious. So this is a place, we were not allowed. There was a river down there, and we've been restricted not to go there because of the tiger. So always listen to the local authorities, and whatever the resort people says, they say that for your safety. Despite saying there were still multiple, couples who were walking down just for curiosity. Don't do that. Keep yourself safe. That is your priority whenever you go for a place that you don't know, because it's quite unpredicted. So always take your precautions whenever you visit an outstation where you're not aware of the place. And the first place that we visited after reaching the Coorg is the falls. This is an Abbey Falls, and which is close by. It's a small town, the Coorg, and this is how the falls looks like. It's an off season, due to which the flow of the water is not that great, though it's quite enjoyable. Try to reach this place quite early in the morning before anybody could, so that you can relax and you can take a good photo and videos. Because once if you go on the peak hours, it'll be overcrowded, and you will really feel difficult to get a frame without a crowd. So it'll be quite disappointing. So try to reach here early, the first thing probably that you should do. And there were some steep roads while visiting these Abbey Falls. If you're going on a car, there are very steep roads within a hairpin bend. Be very, very cautious. I really struggled in few places. I was quite scared to, move around only if you have a good experience or you have a diesel vehicle. It would not be an issue. And soon after the Abbey Falls, we took a quick brunch, and then we visited a place called Raja Seat. And again, you had to be quick here. We planned this Raja Seat in the evening, and try to reach there by around 4:45 or 5:30. You will get a seat to actually enjoy the real view. And this is how the entrance looks like, and it was overcrowded, and it's in the hot spot in a Coorg. Abbey Falls is also good. Try that in the morning, the moment you reach. Try to check in the early morning itself, and do the check-in for the Abbey Falls for the first, and try to grab some lunch, rest in room, and evening you can plan for the Raja seat. It would be overcrowded on the weekends for sure, and the weekends it's pretty good to visit. And it depends how you get a leave and plan your trips accordingly. So this place is must visit only on the monsoon or rainy season if you're a person who love to roam in the rain. so it's a good for you. If not, the monsoon would be the best place, best time to visit this Coorg. On summer, this is how the crowd is, and we didn't enjoy it much. We were just in an impression that we should get back to Chennai as soon as possible. It did not make any difference being in Chennai or in a Coorg. So the place is pretty good, well maintained. The entry fees is very minimal, even the Abe Falls and as well as the Raja seat. So this is how the place looks like from the top of the hill. We cannot call it as an hill. It's just in any hill station. This is the top of it. We get a good view over here. The park was well maintained, as I said before, and as I said, it's in one fine weekends we been, and despite that, there wasn't a crowd this much, and we didn't had any place to sit here, the whole place. So try to visit here as soon as possible. Finish this in the evening and rest for day one. So this is how the resort looked like in the night view. Beautiful comparing to day. And again, this is how the old the spot looked like, and the car parking and everything is good. It's safe, and it's safe for couples also. So family and friends, and better to get a view on the other side. This is a front view of the resort, where we didn't get actually the good spot. But anyhow, overall it looks decent. Anyhow, it's a corner, the room that we got for. And in case if you guys are planning to book it on the other side of the estate, you'll get a direct view of the forest or the estate, which will add up the real presence being in the forest or estate. And they do charge accordingly based on the room that you select. And the very next day we went to this Dubara elephant camp, which is a bit of an off-road for 15 to 20 kilometers, and it will take around 30 to 40 minutes. Again, traveling to Coorg on self-transport is it's good. I would suggest rather taking the public transport. So this is how the place looks like. The river, it was not overflowing, due to which we were allowed to walk through. If not, generally they would be having the boats, the speed boats, to travel between the spots. We have to take an walk on the river side for maybe an 1.5 kilometer, and this is how the flow of the water was like this when we visited. It was an off season, as I said, it is summer, so due to which this is a condition. And this is an a spot I would generally recommend to be quite early in the morning, 8:30, preferably 8. Grab a breakfast on the way, and then we reach here this place on spot. Again, here this is quite expensive here. They charge, and there's no entry fees. However, there is an entry fees, a very minimal. But in case if you would like to give a bath for an elephant, you have to pay more for it. It's quite expensive. To feed the elephant also you have to pay more. The place that you travel, it's quite rough, patchy, way. You have to ensure that you're quite safe out here, so that you get a good grip out here while walking. And if people are quite old, above 50, 55, I would suggest not to come to this place, because it's not quite safe for them. And if there is a speedboat, that's okay, but crossing the river stream for old age people, it's not quite easy, so plan it accordingly. So this is how the passage looks like before we could give an entry to the camp. And you would initially see this elephant, and eventually if you're planning to give a bath for an elephant, you have to go a little bit down, and you will be able to give the bath to the elephant on the river stream. So this is how you can literally enjoy. And there's the same place where the incident happened just a couple of days back, where a lady was being stamped by the elephant, and she's no more. Rest in peace. So be careful, though we might visit, as I said, the new place, any unknown place, it's quite we cannot predict how the life would be, how the risk would be. So always be cautious. Follow your instinct, which plays a major role. Specific to the hill station, many would love to visit a hill station, and if you're not quite taking any precautions, if you're not listening to your inner instinct, you're putting yourself at risk. So don't walk around in the night, and especially if it's a forest, or if it's a hill station, don't take the car early morning, because it'll be full of fog. Always be cautious towards it. And after visiting the Dubara elephant camp, we did had a lunch on the way, and then we came back. So overall, the place was beautiful, and this is how the elephants looks like. And for feeding, they charge very minimal, maybe 50 or 80, if I'm not wrong. Kids would really love it. Ensure that you have a safe distance from the elephant, and it was well maintained, and it was a really good place to visit on the Coorg. There were multiple places on the Coorg to visit. I would recommend to stay there for maybe 3 days. Would be good over the weekend. You can literally enjoy, visit all the place possibly, and then you can come back. And so this is how the exit looks like from the Dubara elephant camp. As I said, there's a boarding facility over there, so they do charge, and then in case if you prefer, you can do that. After have grabbing a lunch, we quickly visited the other resort, which was the Cliff of the Edge. I would not at all recommend this place to anybody. It's not just because of the room or anything. It's just the road between the city and to reach here it's extremely steep, and there is one way passage, like in case if you get stuck, you would not be able to take a reverse, or you would not be able to really pass by. So I would really suggest, if you're on own transport, to skip this place. But the view is fantastic, the room is great, and it's quite expensive here comparing to the other room. All both the resort do charge you based on the seasons, weekday, weekends, and generally the rate, this cost of this room is around 7 to 8 thousand per day, and eventually it goes high on the weekends, and if it's any good seasons, it'll go high. Overall, it was a beautiful resort, this one, the Cliff of the Edge, and the breakfast is not that great, but the view is pretty good here. I really felt bad being here because the road was quite bad, and I was upset. I was putting myself under the risk. So we had a quite a bitter experience in this place. There's other places you could visit in the Coorg. I'm just fast forwarding it. So if you need, just pause, and maybe you can slow down and give it a check. These are the must place to visit. Don't miss it. And there's a Kushal Nagar nearby. It's a good place to visit. Don't miss out that. And if possible, try the Sakleshpur also. All the Coorg, Sakleshpur, Kushal Nagar. So this in all comes within a few hundred kilometers. So plan it at least for a week. It is good. And if you do visit here on the monsoon or the rainy season, trust me, it will be a lifetime experience for you guys. Trust my word and visit, or just Google the images and the videos on the YouTube. You get to know what I'm referring to. On the way, we were quite tired after leaving the Coorg. It was in hot summer, and we thought to grab some cold coffee on the day. So this is how the coffee looked like. It is good, decent, good, the cafe in the Coorg, and we did enjoy the great meal on the day. We had a pizza, and it was really yummy. You can make it out through my expression. It was a pretty good stay, though the climate was not in our favor. Somehow we managed to stay there for 2 days, and we were in a hurry to come back to the native. This is how the place looks like. You have a decent amount of parking, and you have an good food in the Coorg, good place to hang out. So plan it accordingly. I would suggest to stay at least 3 days. This is an episode one, and the episode two I would be uploading it in few days. We've been to a place called Nisargadama on the way. It's a place. It's a kind of a zoo and kind of an activities over there, boat activities and all. A beautiful place to visit, not to miss out on the way back to the native. So don't miss out that video. Please subscribe the channel and support. I'm just putting this out here so that it would help you guys in case if you guys have any plans to visit a Coorg. So this is how the elephant look like. As I said, keep a safe distance and feed them. Enjoy. Always keep an eye on the safety, which is a very important thing. And it was quite astonishing, seeing a big elephants out here, and live that too, taking a bath on the river stream. And the activities would purely depend upon the flow of the water, flow of the current. Based on that only, they would get to decide to give this facility. And yes, this is how the place looks like. Wonderful. And after this, we were quite hungry. On the way, we grabbed the lunch as well. There is a small resort on the way, the local resort you can enjoy. This is how the first resort looked like, within fog and the elephant passing by. Actually, this elephant was out here, in track of the tiger which I was talking about. Overall, it's a good visit, guys. So thank you for watching till now. Subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.